Get some light in here. Who's on? Who's on? What up? Hope Odell's not okay. Fuck him. That's fucked up. But then again, I see the avatar. Chubb's not going to get third down work, though. I mean, if you were expecting that, guys, Chubb, one of the main reasons we went with Chubb in the throne, well, you guys picked him. I had originally said Dalvin Cook, but I have no problem with Chubb. I love Chubb. But Chubb is very secure. So let's say even if Dalvin Cook looks a lot better, he does. He's getting so much work, but Dalvin Cook has an injury history. So all this work that Dalvin Cook's doing, if he gets injured, it means nothing. So, you know, that's what we went with in the throne. Chubb looks good, though, guys. Chubb looks good. He's not going to be a 3-down back. That's obvious. But he wasn't last year. And last year he was the 6th best running back in all of fantasy. So you got to take what you can get. But if he could do that again this year, and we don't have to worry about him getting injured like Kerryon Johnson, like Aaron Jones, like Dalvin Cook, that's big, guys. It's big. So, yeah, John, I never expected Chubb to get 3-down work. Would AB for Chubb be giving up too much? I have AB as well as Evans, Boyd. No. I mean, again, going back to what I was just saying, it's that security, guys. Chubb is very secure. Very secure. Very, very, very secure. And your receivers are stacked, so that makes perfect sense. What up, Paulo? Love you, Raheem Dream. Is Sanders not a flex or a wide receiver 2 play? Yeah, Sanders, I mean, that's how he's playing up till he proves otherwise. Yeah, keep doing it. What up, Michael? I would like to see Chubb in there for pass blocking. Guys, you got to look at it 2 ways. Like, Chubb could be in there every down, and they could wear him out, or he could share, and he could be fresh. What I always preach, guys, besides talent is everything. The best ability is availability. And that's why a lot of people that they're like, well, he's not a workhorse. Guys, sometimes it's actually a good thing. Do you want a workhorse that's injured, or do you want a guy that shares? You know who also shares? Alvin Kamara. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'll take Alvin Kamara. I'll take Chubb. If I have a healthy Nick Chubb for 16 games, I'll take that over having a ballin' ass Dalvin Cook for 8. And he's on a potent offense. This offense is still, you could tell they're kind of feeling their way out. The reason I like Chubb so much too is because I thought he'd get a lot of touchdowns on this offense. So far he's got 1. Not bad in 2 weeks. But this offense is not clicking yet. And sometimes there's an adjustment period when you have a new wide receiver like OBJ, a new toy, a new weapon. You know, there's some changes on the offensive line. We have to give these guys time. What up, Sabi? Should I trade Marlon Mack and Darren Waller and get Eckler and Ridley? Fuck yeah, bro. Do that like yesterday. Bro, I need Chubb and Odell to put up 30 more and I win $5,000. Shit. You better hope Odell plays. San Francisco was using Kittle a lot for blocking. Maybe they will use him a little more blocking with Staley out. What do you think of Kittle is without, or you think Kittle's fine? I wasn't big on Kittle. I mean, look at my rankings. I had Hunter Henry ahead of him. Obviously, that didn't work out either because he got injured, but I wasn't big on Kittle. Guys, Niners are my favorite team. If anybody would know about Kittle, it's me. That shit was a fluke. I seen enough of Kittle play where I knew Nick Mullins, backup quarterback, every single receiver injured. They're down by 30 every game. So, of course, he's got to go to somebody. Don't get me wrong. Kittle's a nice player. But what we saw last year is never going to happen again. It was a facade. Kittle's still a T1, probably top 5. But the other thing is Jimmy likes to throw the ball. Like, actually throw the ball to receivers. And running backs, of course. Running backs are a big deal. That's another thing. All the running backs were banged up. It was like, what's the name? McKinnon was out for the year. Then Breida was in and out. Then Mostert was out. Then Jeff Wilson got injured. Like, they were down to like their 6th running back, guys. So they couldn't use the running backs in the passing game. They didn't have any. So they have no receivers, no running backs to throw to, which Kyle Shanahan loves. Kittle's a facade. Those that drafted him in the 2nd and 3rd round feel sorry for you. Took the L with Carr this week, picking up Winston again and praying. Yeah, I'm kind of mad. I dropped Winston for Carr. I fucked myself. I kind of played myself, actually. First of all, Carr's burned me so many times. Sometimes, guys, I hate to tell you, even I have a brain fart because I'm trying to do so many things. I'm trying to help your teams. I have 3 leagues of my own. I have a private Facebook group that I'm running. That it's a lot. And sometimes you just get jaded. And this was a perfect example, guys. And this is why I don't listen to anyone. Because sometimes I'll see other analysts and Facebook or pages or whatever. And then I get sold on what they say. And then I forget, I lose myself. Myself is talent over everything. And sometimes it doesn't work. But I notice out of all the things you could count on, because nothing is 100%. Not stats, not numbers, not ESPN. Nobody's 100%. But I notice if you go with talent over everything, that is going to be the best indicator for success. And I didn't do that. Derek Carr is not the most talented. He's not more talented than Winston. He's not more talented than Kyler. And I'm talking about another league. And I dropped Winston for him, thinking I could pick him back up. But he wasn't dropped in time. So now I have the 2nd waiver. I was going to use the 2nd waiver on him. Now I can't. So I'm really upset about that. Odell getting his ass up. How do I feel about Jimmy? I told you Landry before the game was asleep. I did. Jimmy, I'm not sold yet on Jimmy. I'm not sure Jimmy's going to be, more than the usual guys. And what I mean by that is more than like Phillip Rivers, Ben Roethlisberger, even Lamar Jackson. As great as Lamar Jackson has looked, guys, keep this in mind. His 2 matchups are the worst 2 defenses in the entire league. So I think Jimmy, I have to see more. I have to see him do it against a decent defense. Cincinnati's not a decent defense. So we'll see. We'll see. Hopefully he has a safe floor. We'll see if some of these receivers come back. We'll see. Trent Taylor's a name to watch out for. I don't know why people think Hunter Henry's good. He is super good. He's super talented. He's just injury prone. I didn't think he was injury prone because he only had an ACL, but I think he's injury prone now. You think I should trade Aaron Jones and DJ Shark for Joe Mixon and D.D. Westbrook? Wow, that's tough. No, I don't, and I'll tell you why. Because you're like swapping points, and I hate trades like that. I feel like it's bad karma or something. None of this is just a personal preference. But Mixon and Aaron Jones are equal, and Shark and D.D. Westbrook are equal. Shark is actually more talented, and Aaron Jones is in a better offense. So what's the point? Should I trade Marlon Mack for Kerryon? Yeah, that I would do. Is D.D. Westbrook worth keeping? Yeah. Keep him. Audio on my TV glitch. Have they said anything about all? I've been watching it from my phone because my battery died. Let me get it back. Is it still on halftime? Oh yeah, the game's back. All right, cool. DJ Shark, Curtis Samuel, Hardman, or Debo is better option for all the season in Standard League. My personal opinion, I think DJ Shark. Guys, when it comes to fantasy, I don't do that fan shit. I don't. There's money on the line. My reputation's on the line. I'm competitive as fuck. I don't give a fuck. I got one niner I was really high on, which was Coleman. Oh, I was kind of high on Pettis too, but I love Debo's talent, but I thought Debo would be good. I just thought I thought it would be like after midseason he'd have that surge. But let's go. Explain my worry with carry on. My worry with carry on is simple. He had 12 carries and only 3 targets. It's purely volume. The thing this is the thing that gets me with you guys. And why I keep telling y'all to relax, chill the fuck out. Too many of y'all too quick to jump, because this is the thing. Don't take this the wrong way. But too many of you guys don't know shit about football. And too many analysts out there don't know shit about football. So all they do is they number crunch. I actually watched football. Before I was a fantasy football player, I watched football as a fan. I collected football cards. I collected football figures. Now, I'm not speaking to all of you, but the fact that so many of you guys are like, should I trade Mike Evans for John Ross? Giving you an example, it tells me you don't know shit about football. And you're willing to quit on your players after 2 weeks. See, when you actually watch football and you're into football and certain players don't perform in 2 weeks, you have to give them chances. Mike Evans just didn't become a shitty receiver after being great for 5 years. He's still young. That could happen to an older guy, not Mike Evans. So you guys need to chill the hell out. Either you need to do 2 things. You need to watch football, do some research, or trust what I say. But don't harass me. 2 weeks. I think too many people are out to prove me wrong. It's like, I'm going to show this fantasy rapper he don't know shit. I'm going to be wrong. We all are wrong. All right. Who has most talent in the eyes going forward, Kyler or Winston? Kyler. Name 3 running backs you're selling high on right now. 3 running backs I'm selling high. Le'Veon Bell, David Johnson, and Le'Veon Bell, David Johnson, and Derrick Henry. So, Ian, you probably know a little bit about football. If you collect football cards, I think you like football, unless you're an entrepreneur and you're a hustler, and respect to that too. No, but seriously, like, I think a lot of people, like, I just get some crazy shit. Like, just so many overreactions. And again, I'm not trying to diss anybody, because some of you guys really do. Some of you guys know a lot of football. There's guys, I mean, some of you guys really know your shit. But, you know, there's a lot of kids out there that you could tell this is their first time playing fantasy, and they're doing all these crazy trades. They're so buying into the hype of somebody that performed good in week 1, week 2. First of all, let me tell you something too. Early in the season, traditionally, the offense is ahead of the defense. So you're going to see guys blow up like John Ross, another good example. Maybe Marquise Brown, maybe guys like Debo even. You're going to see guys blow up. It's a lot easier to play offense. It's like baseball. If you guys watch baseball, the hitters are always ahead of the pitchers. It takes the pitchers a little bit to get in rhythm. That's why guys start off screeching hard. There's baseball players batting 400, and then it slows down. Fantasy football, same thing. NFL, same thing. So when the defenses start catching up, that's when all those little John Rosses and Marquise Browns and all these other guys start. And that's when the guys that have been there year after year, like the Mike Evans, the Jujus, those guys. That's why I say talent over everything, because these guys will trick you. Look, DJ Shark's the sixth best. I love DJ Shark. He's got talent. I think he was a great pickup, but he's not going to be the sixth best receiver in fantasy. It's not happening. But some of you guys are just willing to do crazy shit. Don't. Whoa, that was my question. I'm hurt, bro. I'm a former player, and Evans has been asked for 2 seasons. Last year, he sucked too. Evans has been asked for 2 seasons? He was the 5th wide receiver in PPR last year. I don't know. I was just making that up, that question. I didn't know somebody actually asked that question. I was just giving an example. But, I mean, I'm sorry to hurt you, but you're delusional, John. Evans was the 5th best wide receiver last year. How is that a bust to your, what planet are you from? Do you think this is a good option to continue to stash Duke? My running backs are Zeke, Carson, Dalvin Cook. I tail him for injuries or bye weeks of my other running. Guys, this is another thing. This is why you got to watch football, guys. Are you dropping DeAndre Hopkins? Wow, Steelers just acquired Fitzpatrick, Minka from the Dolphins, 1st-round pick. But Jesus, I'm talking to you. Yeah, Jesus. Are you dropping DeAndre Hopkins? Are you dropping Deshaun Watson? Because none of them did shit against Jacksonville. And that's this is exactly what I'm talking about, guys. You don't give up on talent because they have a bad game. Duke's first game with the team against New Orleans, who's good against running backs, had 13 points. Everybody shit the bed against the Jaguars week 2. Watson, Nook, are you just giving up on them? You guys give up on your girlfriend if she gets drunk and acts stupid one time? She just blew your brains the night before. Now she got drunk and acting stupid. She embarrassed you. You dropping her? That's the type of world we living in these days. Everybody's just so quick to. Won my league last year too. I'm sad. I don't know, bro. I don't know, John. I lost you, bro. I was just wondering if you think there's anything other than volume that concerns you. No pestering. You are being a pest, Max. I mean, I'm saying that, kid. I'm kidding with you, but I'm not. I think you guys overthink shit. That's why I try to simplify it. Talent over everything. Like, Carry-On's a talented back. He's also coming back from an injury. Detroit also has offensive line woes. Sometimes they could just be easing them in. We cannot overreact. I have a 3-week rule. And so far, Carry-On broke. I mean, it's not even 3 weeks because he still has 16 points. Would I have liked to see more? Sure. But he still has 16 points. So he resets. So next week, if he stinks it up, that'll be week 1. I think we expect so much from these players. And if you're new on here, or maybe you've heard this before, but guys, I tell you this all the time. There's about 5 players each week at each position that do great. 5. It's not going to be your players every week. Your 3 running backs are not going to be 3 out of the 5 that do great every week. You guys are delusional. And then you come at me if your players don't perform. Well, guess what, guys? How many players start? 3 wide receivers, quarterback, 1, 2, 3, kicker. Okay, so let's say 7 positional players. You're going to have 2 do great, 3 or 4 be mediocre, and 2 stink it up. That's pretty much every team every year. That's fantasy. And you want to know something else that's cool? If you took a team of all bench players every week and you put the best bench players of all the players in the world, that team will make the playoffs. You know why? Because you've heard me say this before. Every single week, there's wide receiver 3s and 4s that perform like 1s, and every week there's wide receiver 1s that perform like 3 or 4s. DeAndre Hopkins, perfect example this week. We have McLaurin, a waiver, performed like a wide receiver 1. DJ Shark, ain't nobody started DJ Shark. 6th best wide receiver in fantasy. So you guys got to get this out of your mind and trying to form this perfect team that plays perfect every week and have this perfect analyst that tells you every single week, you guys are delusional. And I say that with all the love in the world. But you got to step into reality. That's why I go after players with safe floors, lots of volume, talented players. You want a perfect analyst? There is none. But I'm probably the closest thing to it. And I'm saying that with all humbleness because I have constructed a formula that's proven. If you follow it, if you don't give up on players, you guys have amazing teams. I've seen your teams. I've helped build your teams. And you guys want to throw it all away because they're not performing to your likeliness after 2 weeks. You want to dish out all this talent. It breaks my heart. All right, sorry, guys. Tangent. All right, I was just wondering, I've got James Conner and Jalen Samuels. Should I trade them now that Big Ben is gone? No. Evans made the Pro Bowl last year. Fuck you mean? Yup. Evans has great games where he has 10 catches, 2 TDs, but others he doesn't. Guys, John, that's everybody. That's everybody. We just saw DeAndre Hopkins get less than 10 points. Delusional, John. John. Duke is an every week flex. He had a bad game. But yeah, if you want to look at him as a stash is, guys, hold on. Let me bring this computer to light. I look like a damn fucking monster movie here. You guys, I really want to teach you guys because we need to change the fantasy football world. And there's not enough analysts that teach. They tell you all this shit, but they don't teach you shit. I'm trying to teach you guys because and it'll help me and it'll help you because a stash, Darwin Thompson is a stash. Alexander Madison is a stash. Those are lottery tickets that if something were to happen to the starter, they could win you your league. Duke Johnson is an every week flex who had a bad game. He had a bad game. Evans had a bad game too. It happens. CMC had 7 points against the Bucks. He had a bad game. Guys, I don't get it. Yeah, your girlfriend's last a week. I'm not surprised about that one. Minka Fitzpatrick going to Steelers. Yeah. McLaurin, love him. Who you like, Baker, Josh Allen? I got to go with Allen right now. I drafted his ass in the 3rd round. Damn straight, I'm worried. You know who else went in the 3rd round, Little Max? Devontae Freeman. Who else went in the 3rd round? I don't know. But the 3rd round, guys, I hate to tell you, after the first 2 rounds, Everybody's a crapshoot. Everybody's a crapshoot. DJ Shark, number 6 wide receiver in fantasy, undrafted. It's fantasy, guys. That's what I'm trying to get you. There's no, you know what's the best system? The one I created for you guys. Talent over everything. Get 6 running backs, 3-headed monster, volume receivers, target monsters, draft a quarterback late, get one that runs like a Josh Allen. That is the formula. Other than that, guys, it's a crapshoot. But with my formula, I'm giving you the best opportunity because I'm giving you a lot of opportunities. I'm showing you the tricks. Because, like John mentioned, Evans, a stud wide receiver, has some clunkers. But you know who has less clunkers? Running backs. So what do I tell you to get the most of? Running backs. Chris Conley could be somewhat relevant. Yeah, he's getting targets. He could. Should I drop Baker, or do you think he would be good in the long run? I think he'll be good, man. My running backs are Zeke, Carson, and Cook. Nice. Although I'm not. Carson's looking a little shaky. Could McLaurin reach Juju's rookie numbers? Yes, Juju's rookie numbers. You a fan of Dak? He's been playing well for me. He's kind of like Lamar. He's had 2 really soft matchups. Giants, Washington, not exactly your, defensive team of the year. So yeah. But I mean, he's just as good as anybody else. He should be a starter this year. So I mean, I wouldn't be looking to just give him away. Feeling good about Darwin now that, yeah, Darwin looks like he has some upside. Yo, bitch ass. Who is Katie Drick Rogers? Here's my lineup. Josh Allen, Zeke, Carson, Dalvin Cook, Chris Godwin, AB, and Kelsey. Yeah. Are you in a free league? Plus, him playing the Dolphins this week should lead to a lot of points. I don't know. Who are we talking about? Oh, yeah. Dak. Yes. Fire him up. What's the latest on KC running backs worth picking up? Darwin Thompson? Absolutely. I have him on my team. I never dropped him. Thank you for recommending that Julio trade, not saying that sarcastically. Yeah, I mean, Julio, look, he had a good game. But a lot of receivers are going to have good games against the Eagles. So that's why I don't get caught up in one game, because I watch football and I know trends. And a guy like Julio, I'll be selling high. I mean, I don't have any shares, but if I did, I would sell them. How do I feel about the Steelers now? I think they're going to be solid. I think it's a downgrade from Ben, but I don't think it's that much of a downgrade. I think this Mason kid is ready to come in and do some work, and he's got swag. I like quarterbacks with swag. I loved it because Montgomery is going to be, and so is Hill. Absolutely. Steelers got Minka, yep. Did you play football? No. Not for and organized. Yeah, Rudolph is not bad at all. He actually played better last game than Ben. I like quarterbacks with swag. Duke Johnson or Joe Mixon? John, how about you get in my private Facebook group? It's $20 for the whole season because I think it will do you some good. Jalen Ramsey wants a trade. He sure does. Sony, I'm looking to sell him like yesterday. Well, I told you guys not to draft him to begin with, but Sony is – I'm not even picky who I trade Sony for. I would take Christian Kirk, DJ Moore, any one of those guys, I would take Robert Woods. I would take Galladay. Obviously, I would take a lot. Like I wouldn't ask for much when it comes to Sony. I just want to get some type of value out of him because he ain't the one. He's splitting reps. He's game flow dependent. He has a bad offensive line that has no push. He's injury prone. It's just Sony is a mess. He's my biggest bust besides Gurley, Bell, and Devontae Freeman. My next guy would be Sony. Packers are lit. Buy low, MVS. Telling you now. T.Y. Hilton for Sony. I would take T.Y. And then I'd flip him for somebody else because I'm not a big T.Y. guy, but I'd still take him over Sony. I'd rather Christian Kirk, though. Targets. Follow targets, guys. Follow the volume. The production will be there eventually. I'm going to have a good waiver show for you guys tomorrow, too. I brought it last time. I told you guys to get Sharp, McLaurin, all these guys, Raheem Mostert. I told you to get these guys. I told y'all. I broke it down for y'all. Guys, I dedicate my life to this. Like, it's all I do all day. For real. When I tell you something, it's because I've done research and not box score research. Not number guy. Like, I watch. I sit there next day. I go back through how, like, it takes me a while. If you notice, I'm the last analyst to post shit up. And that hurts me. Let me tell you why it hurts me. Let me tell you why analysts are so quick to push shit up quick. Because think about it. If I give you the waivers Monday morning, then we have all Monday, all Tuesday to get views. So it's all about views. It's all about engagement. That's how you grow. I don't do that. I sacrifice my own brand, my own game, but I value my integrity over views, over engagement, because I care. I care more about being the best and you guys being the best than I do about views and engagement and all that. I'm the last, guys. My star sits come out Saturday. Other people's start sits come out Wednesday. I only have one day to get all this engagement. It hurts my brand. But again, I'm about winning. And I build my teams to win championships, not win weeks. We're 0-2 in the throne. Guess what? I'm building a championship. We're building a championship. And I love our team in the throne because we're deep. And when those bye weeks come in, this is what you guys don't pay attention to. You guys are all like, should I quit on this? Should I quit on this? Meanwhile, your team is stacked. You got all this talent. You want to give it away. You want to dump it for guys who had good weeks. And then when the bye weeks come in and these teams that are stacked up front, they have great starting lineups and they have no bench, that's where we come creeping in. Because then our starting lineup don't skip a beat. We could just plug in. Thank you, Roland. Hey, what's your thoughts on Sony? Let's see. How do you feel about the Packers? The Packers are lit. I love MVS. Love Aaron Jones, Rodgers. I love everybody. Could you see Trey Quinn come on or no? That offense is not going to allow him to come on, no. How do you feel about John Ross 3? He showed good, but AJ Green will be coming back soon, so I'll probably sell high. Eric, I like that. Okay, Justin. Cool. Are you bored? Dolphins 3 first-round picks next year and second-round picks. The future could be bright. Yeah, but it's like the Sixers. What are you going to wait, like 5 years for these picks to come through? I mean, Minka was a good, nice player. Like, who they get the first? I mean, I don't know. You really could, Anthony, because a lot of you guys that are 0-2, I'm telling you guys to do great trades. A lot of you guys that are 0-2 are going after Montgomery, are going after Chubbs, are going after Mixons, and when those guys play, your teams are going to be so lit. what you guys got to realize, right? What you guys got to realize is all you need to do is make the playoffs. That's all I care about. I don't care about being the 1 seed. I don't care about a bye because I'm slowly building my team the way I know wins championships. And by the time the end, I'll be the last seed. And guess what? The last seed is the most dangerous. The first seed is usually a team that started like the bat out of hell. They got complacent. They didn't pick up waivers. And then bye weeks come in and then they sort of like straggle to the playoffs. That last seed is just like in the real NFL. That last seed is the hot team. They had to battle. I want to be the team with momentum going in, not that first seed that started 7-0 and finished like 9 and 9-4. You know what I'm saying? Lost 4 out of the last 6. I want to be ready because remember, guys, you guys might be 0-2, but the last seed is 1-1 and you got more points than them. So you're only a half game back. Or you don't have more points than them. You're 2 games back. But then everybody keeps beating everybody. If you're in a competitive league, as long as you could stay within striking distance, you're within striking distance and you're building that championship team, by the time, and one thing about me is I try to stay away from injury-prone players. So out of all the players that I've recommended to you guys, I think Coleman's the only one that's been injured, which is good. I mean, Mixon's injured, but he's playing, so that's not a big deal. And even Coleman, he's not lost for the year. Got Montgomery in both my leagues, just waiting for that 3-headed monster to awaken, and it will. The Pats are great, man. Also, if you guys give me a thumbs up, give me a sub if you can. I am trying to build my brand. I'm just trying to build it the right way. You know, just providing value and helping you guys win. What's going on in this game? Who scored? Oh, Beckham got a touchdown, 89 yards. Whoa. Beckham, man. Guy's a performer. Might be able to get Mixon for Duke and Westbrook. Do that shit ASAP. See, look, Nick Chubb is not a third down back, but he still got 3 targets. He caught all 3 of them for 23 yards. So you don't have to be a 3-down back. He caught more balls than Dalvin Cook. I think almost as much as Aaron Jones. So, guys, the volume will be there. OBJ is going nuts, by the way. 4 for 143 yards and a touchdown. Not surprised. So, yeah, guys. Talent over everything. It's the best indicator, for real. Malcolm Brown, I might drop. I wouldn't drop him. Gurley is just a matter of time he gets injured. Don't drop him. I might pick him up actually in one of my leagues. Is he available? Never mind, he's not available. Melvin or Mixon? Mixon. Melvin's not even playing. We don't know when he's going to play. Best ability, availability. Mixon, even more so now with Mixon. Chubb time now. Let's see the game. Eat up that clock. Need that. DJ Shark is a wide receiver 2 or wide receiver 3. I would say a wide receiver 3 for now. He looks really good though. Looks really good. Great combination of talent, getting targets. If he had a quarterback, I'd say his prospects are even higher. I like Mostert over Thompson. Much more upside with that offense. Well, I mean, I don't think he's that game script. I mean, they weren't really that down, and it was always pretty close. So yeah. But I like, because I saw parts of the game. I'm not going to sit here and say I saw the whole Jags Texans game, but I like that they also used them in short passes, like little wide receiver screens. So that tells me a lot, because the thing I don't like, you'll never see me with these types of receivers, and there's some good ones like Tyler Lockett, T.Y. Hilton. I mean, I had T.Y. Hilton in the past when he had luck, but Tyler Lockett, Deshaun Jackson, even Brandon Cooks, I hate to say it. You'll never see me with those types of receivers because they're deep threats. I don't like deep threats because they're boom or bust. You have to rely on a bomb for them to be good. And yeah, when they're good, they're damn good. But I hate those types of receivers. So DJ Shark, people thought he was going to be a deep threat, that deep receiver for the Jags, but he's showing he's more than that. And that to me, and I saw that in the first game, yes, only 4 targets. 2 of them were deep, but he created separation. He ran after the catch. And more importantly, one of those targets was a wide receiver screen. And again, they did that again this week. And now they targeted him more. He gained their trust. So, part of being a good analyst is taking the information given and predicting based on the information. What most analysts do is they are reactive. They tell you shit once it happens. I try to predict, and I put my reputation, and that's why I have a lot of players higher than most, because people are just going by data already gathered. I'm predicting based on the information that I've gathered, and I have the balls and vision to do so, which a lot of people don't. So I look a little crazy, and that's why I had DJ Shark as my number 2 pickup when he wasn't even in most people's list, because I don't give a shit what most people do or think. I have my own brain, my own eyes, and I do my own research. Is this trade fair? I'm giving away Keenan Allen and Rams defense for Tyler Lockett and Bears defense. No, that's a terrible trade. Offered Barkley and Sutton for Kamara and Thielen. Getting Barkley, Thielen, yeah, do that shit. Get Barkley and Sutton. I'll take that. Do I like Smitty? Yeah, I like Smitty. Why wouldn't I? I like everybody. Maybe everybody don't like me, but I like everybody. I could understand why people don't like me. I'm brash. Maybe sometimes a little rough around the edges, maybe too brash, too upfront, you know? That's just me. That's my personality. I'm actually a really loving, giving person, but I'm kind of like, you know, just like that hard-nosed coach that tries to get the most out of people, but it comes from a good place. And I'm confident in my work, and I work hard, and I do feel I'm the best. And I don't give it, because there's a lot of analysts out there, the pages that are just like, I don't mention any names, I don't go at them, but there's a lot of bullshit out there. And I think those fantasy pages get it. I think it's more the other fantasy. I know you guys love me, and I love you guys to death. But I think it's the other pages that they don't like hearing someone saying that they're the best and then, you know, being a shit talker or whatever. But I don't give a shit. The Berto Smitty show, I think it's on hold right now. I'm your second favorite. I'll take it. It's on hold. It was hard. Because yeah, it was just difficult because we both are running our own brands, and to bring you guys a show and to be able to, because we tried airing it and then it wasn't really, some of the stuff happened, like the Zeke news already happened before we were able to air it. And we're just doing so much, and we don't want to have the show be repetitive over stuff we're doing. So hopefully we could get something going for you guys. It's still not out of the picture, but it's just hard, bro. I don't even have time to do what I need to do for my own brand. And then, so we'll see. I still hope to do it. I've been with Smitty since day one. I like that, Nick. Listen, I have a lot of guys that follow my content, and then they discover Smitty through me, and they love Smitty, but they're still loyal to me. And that's respectable, and I get it. I mean, you'll learn really quick who's the best, but I appreciate your loyalty, though. I like that. I like a loyal person. This is fair. Le'Veon Bell and Jared Good for Mixon and Matt Ryan. Yeah, I like that. I like the Mixon side of it. Who's worth getting? Giving away Lamar Jackson because I have Mahomes. This guy has David Johnson, Chris Carson, Juju, Robert Woods, or Sammy Watkins. The only player I really like from him is Juju. I mean, I like Robert Woods, but Lamar Jackson could be elite. Is there a way we could promote you two? What do you mean? You guys can do it, maybe not every day. Yeah, we got to think of something. Besides giving you guys likes, you know, just if you share any, yeah, if you want to share my videos, that would be awesome. Yeah, so take advantage of that, Dr. Clutch. Take advantage of that need, especially Lamar Jackson. Sell him because he's your backup anyway. Sell him at his highest against two easy matchups. Not saying he can't be good, but I don't think he's going to be quite that good. Give me 1 second. I got to get my charger. Ugh. Ugh. Robbie Anderson is actually having a decent game. Should have started him in DFS. I almost did. That goes to show again, talent over everything, guys. Robbie Anderson, even with backup quarterbacks, having a decent game. Is Austin Eckler sell? I consider Eckler a hold. Yeah, share my page with everyone, bro. Absolutely. I want to grow. I want people to find out about me. It's a lot of work, man. To be the best at anything takes a lot of work, guys. Like I'm really committed. Like I think I think a lot of these analysts run good pages, but I don't think I'll tell you right now, they don't do the amount of research. And that's why I was getting frustrated with myself because I felt like at one point I was doing too much for you guys. Not too much for you guys, but I was answering too many questions and trying to do too much and not doing enough marketing. So I had to step back, or not marketing, research. Research is really important because how am I going to give you the best answers if I'm not taking the proper time? It takes a lot of time. I think people are just looking at stats and they're looking at snaps, and that stuff's important. Don't get me wrong. Snaps are important, but you also got to look at the game and see why they're only getting these many targets, this many snaps. What, you know what I'm saying? Game flow, there's no numbers that are going to beat actually watching film. And that takes time, guys. That takes time. That's why, in order to really be good at something, you need to put in the time. It's not enough just to look at how many points a player scored and everything. You need to watch football. That's the most important thing. Talent over everything should be a t-shirt. Oh, it will be. Is there a way that I can send you my team and this guy's team and you could help me build a trade? Yeah, the Facebook group, but that's $20, but it's for the entire year because that's now you're asking me to kind of like go into strategy and management and things like that. And, you know, I can't do that for everybody. I have a lot of, supporters out there, over 13,000 on Instagram alone. So, that's that. If you want to post it on here, that's fine. But anything outside of here or one of my posts, then I do have a Facebook group for that. And like I said, it's 20 for the whole year. And chances are you'll make the championships with that group. There's a lot of champions being built in that Facebook group. I promise you. Corey's in it. He'll tell you. I tip because I don't share. I don't want my people to know you. Yeah, I understand. It sucks, but yeah, I understand. Can you monetize your page yet? Yeah, I've monetized a little bit. Nothing. I can't. I haven't been able to monetize it to the point where I'm living off of it. But I've made a couple of bucks. But I should be making a lot more, and I hope to make a lot more. But I'm not. If you guys can tell, like I get hit in my DMs all the time about deals but I don't want to advertise, lawnmowers. Like I'm not a shout out whore. I want to be authentic. So when I do come to with you guys to something, like I have 2 affiliates right now. I have Best Ball because I like it. It's cool. It's fun. I think you guys will like it too. And I have Drafters. Drafters is really cool. Those are my 2 partnerships because I like it. So I'm not going to try to sell you anything I don't like or believe in. If I think it's going to benefit you and I can make a couple of bucks off of it, sure. But I'm not going to push lawnmowers or something random because then that takes away from me and my brand and my authenticity. I want you guys, if I pitch you something, you could trust me and say, well, yeah, everything Berto pitches me, Drafters was dope. I made some money off it. I want to make sure that anything I pitch you is authentic. It aligns with my brand because my brand is being real and authentic. So if I'm not being real and authentic and I'm selling out for a couple of bucks, then I don't want it. I share to everyone except my league mates. I blocked them, but my brother's in our league and he found Berto. Who's your brother? I'm not anybody. I'm just trying to be me. That's funny as shit. Chubb is in the game. I think Counselor is cool, man. I just think Counselor just has a big ego. He has a big ego, and I think he really has it out for the industry. You know, the big guys, the Matthew Berrys, the footballers. He really despises them, and he really wants to beat them. Oh, okay, Alex, you got to show me his Instagram name. How many points does Chubb have right now? I haven't even checked. OBJ killing it. Not surprised on that one. Flag. I still don't think this offense is killing it like they could, though. Everybody says the Counselor sucks, but I'm pretty sure if you guys look at all the industry experts, if you compare Counselor to Matthew Berry, to the footballers, to whoever, I'm pretty sure he's not any worse than them. And I'm not a Counselor hater. I'm not a Counselor defender. But you guys got to realize how hard it is to do what we do and how unpredictable fantasy football is. Like, for real. Like, I consider myself really good. And even me, like, I don't know what my percentages are right or wrong, but if you get 60% of your calls right, that's great in fantasy. 60% doesn't sound like a lot. That's great. Believe it or not. Like, this stuff is really hard, guys, because shit's just weird. Shit never goes like you plan. Ooh, Baker with INT. He forgot to. You see, I forgot to add people before too. I forgot who I added. That's happened to me too, bro. You guys gotta understand. We do so much, and we try to do so much in so little time, and there's stuff that's an oversight, bro. Like, it happens. Like, you guys put too many people on pedestals. You put your fantasy players on pedestals, NFL players on pedestals. You put your analysts on pedestals. You put actors and athletes on pedestals. Guys, all of us are all human. I'm not any better than you. Nick Chubb's not any better than you. Denzel Washington is not any better than you. We're all human. We all have flaws. We all make mistakes. Our problem is that we put these people on pedestals, and then we look at them as superhuman, and we don't expect them to make mistakes. But guys, everybody makes mistakes. Yeah, he drafted David Johnson 1.01. I mean, I wouldn't have done it, but I mean, there is a world where it makes sense. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you think about it, okay, I will take your boy Smitty, Nick. Let's use Smitty as an example. I'm not saying Smitty's right or wrong or on this. I'm just using him as an example because Smitty has Alvin Kamara at his 1.01. Okay? Which I have no problem with that. I have Barkley as mine, but I think you could make a case for anyone. CMC, Barkley, Kamara, or Zeke. Smitty has AK. Alvin Kamara is in a timeshare. Say whatever you want. He's been top 4, which, by the way, Alvin Kamara has never been number 1. The highest he's been is 4, 2 years in a row. David Johnson has been number 1 before. David Johnson plays more snaps than Alvin Kamara. He carries the football more than Alvin Kamara. And now he's in an offense, a throwing offense, an air raid offense that uses their running backs just as much as the Saints. So is Counselor really that crazy? Then you got to say maybe Smitty's crazy. I'm not saying he is. I'm just playing devil's advocate. I'm just saying there is a logic to David Johnson. It's not like he chose Kenny Golladay number 1. You feel me? Now, I would not have chosen David Johnson, but I also wouldn't have chosen Alvin Kamara. And I do like Alvin Kamara more than David Johnson. So for the record, I'm just saying that I can't fault a man for having his own opinion and seeing things the way he does. Because, there is a world where it makes sense. Yeah, Henderson. Yeah, Dalvin Cook is looking nice. Negative 12 yards. Damn, Le'Veon Bell had another 20 carries. I'm surprised on that. Damn, 10 receptions for Le'Veon. Good Lord. 21 carries, 10 receptions. This guy's going to get hurt. I am now convinced he is going to get hurt. 10 receptions. Good Lord. Oh, he's got 110 yards too. Wow, Le'Veon killed it. He's going to get hurt, though. What the fuck, bro? Le'Veon killing it. That's crazy. Berto, honestly, gut feeling, you think Cook gonna get injured this season? I don't know, to be honest with you. I don't have a strong feeling one way or another. All I know is I'm not touching Cook unless I got Madison. And this is the NFL. If he keeps getting 20 carries a game, I don't know if he'll get like a season-ending injury, but I could definitely see him missing a couple of games. Bell's killing it. Oh, but he just fumbled. Bell just fumbled. Bell never fumbles. Damn. Damn. I'm just so surprised they're giving Bell this much work. Bell, I think, is definitely getting injured. Yeah, 3 for 66. Not bad against Denzel Ward with backups. I would definitely be looking to buy low, and I think people are going to start jumping ship on Robbie Anderson. Hawkinson for Anderson is a steal, bro. You have the team to be patient. Anderson's a baller. I say Cook finishes the RB1. If he doesn't, I'll buy your Facebook group next year deal. Okay. I'll take that all day. If he doesn't, you have to do something crazy out on the block in Cali. Yeah, let's bet. Yeah, you did good, Max. Shit, that wasn't Bell's fault. Who the fuck's fault was it? That was definitely Bell's fault. That shit pop. Wait, is Chubb hurt? Chubb should have a. Oh, here we go. Fuck, y'all just ruined my night. You serious? Damn, we got spanked. 165 points, mini beast. Team, they're beasts for real. 25 points, though, yeah. Damn. I'll have to check that one on Twitter. Damn, everybody's talking about that hit on Twitter. Fuck. I want to see the hit, man. Fuck. Damn, everybody's going down in this game. Good lord. Yeah, I can't find it on Twitter either. All I see is people complaining, saying that they turn the cameras right away. Hopefully, it's not too serious. The guy just saying, what's his name? Booger's talking about Juju. You need to get going. Who's back, Chuck? I don't see him right now. See Ernest. I don't like. Oh yeah, he is. I don't like that he's back though, man. I mean, I think. I mean, I like that he's back. That lets me know that he's. But this is a blowout game. I never understood why coaches do this shit. 3 minutes left. The Jets have their third string quarterback. Like, what can possibly happen? Why are there starters in here? I never understood that. Bill Belichick did that shit too when he's playing the Dolphins. They're up like 40 points, and he still got Brady. So like, it just I don't know. I hate that. It drives me insane. I think it's arrogant. I think it's stupid. I think it's just irresponsible. I think so many. It just makes no sense. You can't even say it's for the fans. The fans don't want to see their players in at the last. Like most fans leave in a blowout. Yeah, I have him in the throne. It's all right, Chris. You get it together, man. I'm sure you got a good team. I know you frequent, unless you just totally disregarded everything I mentioned to you, but it seems like you pay attention. What video am I posting tomorrow? Tomorrow's the waivers. Tomorrow I'm gonna do waivers live. Don't know what time. But yeah, waivers. I don't know if there's anybody too crazy. DJ Shark, but I told y'all about him last week. Most of you guys got him, but I'll probably repeat some stuff on him. And yeah, I'm gonna dig deep. I don't just go and look at the obvious names like everybody else. That's why I gave you DJ Shark last week. Big on Raheem Mostert. So yeah, we'll do that. I'm glad to hear that, Shay. Really like that. Vance McDonald love. What's that all about? Do I still got notifications on? No, bro. That shit's annoying, dude. I might leave that group. I did that so we can form a community, so we can draft together mainly. And I left it on there. And I like that you guys are helping each other out, but then it's on all day and it's such a distraction. It's just annoying because I'm an OCD, so I hate seeing that. So I click on it. I don't read what the hell y'all talking about unless sometimes I'll skim through it. But I think it's great that you guys are helping each other out and stuff, but it's just a distraction for me. The Facebook group, that in itself, you guys who are in it, you know how much time and effort and you know how much goes into that. So I can't do that and manage other groups that I'm not even getting paid for. At least you guys, showed me some love. But yeah, Demarcus Robinson, big part of the Chiefs now. No, See, I do waivers different. If you guys read my book, a lot of you have, and I have a rule when it comes to waivers. And after this, I'm going to get off, but I only use a waiver if I could put him in my starting lineup. With confidence. Or if I could put him in my starting lineup, if he's an every week player or a stud running back. But Demarcus Robinson was a matchup play. Oakland, they have a pretty good number one corner. They're going to throw a lot. Sammy Watkins got shut down. Demarcus Robinson, the beneficiary. He's rosterable, but I'm not going to spend a waiver unless it's a league-altering move. I don't spend a waiver. I didn't spend a waiver on DJ Shark. I got him for free. And here's another rule. Actually, that's a perfect rule. The perfect scenario. If there's a player that has a possibility of dropping to me for free that's comparable to the player I'd be spending a waiver on, I'll take that risk. So in my one league, I could have spent the waiver on John Ross or somebody like that. Instead, I saved my waiver and I picked up DJ Shark, who might end up being better than everybody, and I got him for free. So a lot of times what people don't realize is there's players out there that will make it past waivers that are just as good as the guys people are using a waiver. So unless it's like, a Phillip Lindsay, a Nick Chubb, one of those league-altering moves that you got to use them for, or I'm desperate on a buy, I need I'm very strict. I don't just waste my waivers. Because now I moved up to the number 2 spot. Still not number 1, but that's bigger than me picking up John Ross. A starter's going to get hurt. There's going to be a point where you're going to want that number 1 waiver. And when you think back and you look at guys that you picked up, John Ross, all these guys, and they're not even on your team that you could have held out for and got you a league winner. That's what I use my waiver on. Well, that's your own fault, Max. Why are you giving them information? Why are you working for them when you had to pay for it? And that's your own fault. You're letting them ride for free. Yeah, I got to see what's up with Go Dirt, Corey. I mean, Vernon, it is what it is. That's a league setting. ESPN, you don't have to do it like that. I think. I hate Greg Olson. He is there. I had to pick him up. Yeah, Greg Olson. I mean, look, guys. I mean, outside of even George Kittle's been stinking it up. Ertz hasn't been great. So Greg Olson, he's just as good as anybody else. People are cheap, Max. I'm not surprised. People are cheap. And I don't think they realize, the value that I bring. That's what I look at it as. I think people don't really respect the grind and the time. Maybe some fantasy pages just slap things up, but most of them, I don't know, I'll give you this. Most of them put a lot of work in. Because even just to make the graphics or whatever, even if you're not researching, just taking the time to make these graphics that look really nice, which I'm not good at, but other accounts are, people don't respect the craft. I don't know what they think, but I'm thinking they think, well, most pages are free. most pages suck. How many pages can you say help you win a championship? I've helped a lot of people win championships. Like people that straight up tell me, I won my championship because of you. You're not saying that about ESPN. You're not saying that about the footballers. You're not saying that about most analysts. So I think, people you're not used to paying for fantasy advice. So if you're not used to it, you're probably thinking, well, I'll just try to. And based on what I've seen from the group, a lot of people are fucking themselves up. And they would be helpful. It would be beneficial to them because that $20 investment, if you win your league, usually it's a couple $100. You get your 20 back. And for those that are not familiar with my strategies, it's such a huge advantage. Like you guys have been creating all-star lineups because the guys you face are not followers of mine. And it's such a big advantage. I don't have that advantage. People know what I'm going to do. I'm an open book. I wish I had people in my leagues that didn't know what I'm going to do because, so you guys have a huge advantage. Yeah, I do that too, Teddy. And actually that's hurt me because I haven't done it this year because I've got so many things that I'm worried about. So it's kind of making and that's why I don't like doing a lot of leagues. But I fucked up, man. I should have got Chris Herndon. And I forgot we had an IR spot. I didn't even need it. I dropped Sam Darnold and Jameis Winston the same week. And I didn't need to because I forgot we had an IR spot. So I'm kind of pissed about that. But that's what happens when you're doing a lot of things. But yeah, Teddy, I can relate. I appreciate it, Corey. I'm going to Stanford, Oregon game Saturday, so I'm a scout, Justin Herbert. All right, let me know what you find out. You like 49ers or Bucks defense better? I'm not doing star sits. I don't know who they're playing, so holler at me on Thursday, Friday. So true. Only problem is Facebook Lives. I can't figure out how to get there, and then it kicked me out last time I tried to join. That's weird. I mean, you can always see the replay. Comment, whatever. Just try to get your questions in before. All right, guys. Well, I'm going to head out. Thank you for joining me. Thanks for all the thumbs up. Those who you had did it. If you haven't subscribed, please do so. Notification bells on. Tomorrow's waivers, make sure you check that out. Like usual, you guys know I bring it. You know I get deep. And last time we got you DJ Shark. This time, who knows? All right, guys. Y'all be good. And thanks once again.